Please, keep this information from the public, for the love of God. The royal family was greatly affected by the scandal surrounding their DNA. The late Queen discreetly kept Harry and Meghan's crimes hidden. Hello, and with all the regal splendor befitting the royal family, we extend our gracious welcome to the Princess Diana News Channel. It's with immense pleasure that we invite you to once again embark on a journey into the enchanting realm of royalty. Let's move on to the video. As per recent allegations, it is said that the late Queen was attempting to safeguard the welfare of the royal family. Naturally, she was taking measures to safeguard her own family, and I completely understand and support her actions. If it meant keeping my money, I would readily repeat the same actions. Imagine yourself in the position of the former Queen. In her lifetime, she held the title of Queen Regnant in 32 independent states and served as the head of state in 15 realms until her passing. To put it mildly, her reign was exceptionally remarkable. Her rule endured for a remarkable 70 years and 214 days. This monarch holds the record for the longest reign among British royals and has the longest verified reign among all female monarchs throughout history. The royal family is widely regarded as the most affluent household globally. Approximations, which are inevitably approximations, are made possible by the deceptive techniques used by the firm's team of top investment experts. However, regardless, these calculations indicate that the family's value exceeds £100 billion. Even the children are getting a piece of that dessert. Prince George's net worth is approximately £3 billion. Little Prince Louis is believed to have a value ranging from £70 million to £125 million. Princess Charlotte truly stands out among the rest. She possesses an astonishing fortune of £5 billion. Naturally, that is only a rough approximation. The Queen exhibited remarkable intelligence. Naturally, she would ensure the security of her family's future. As we are all already aware, the Queen was highly intelligent. She possessed the skill of expertly managing the flow of information that was essential for the public to be aware of. With a workforce of over 2,000 individuals employed by the royal family, she was aware that it was inevitable for confidential information, conversations accidentally overheard, and even disclosures from a particular relative, to reach the ears of a sympathetic journalist. Nevertheless, she consistently remained in control. Everyone was aware that she was the one in charge. The utmost importance was placed on safeguarding the family's opulent lifestyle and immense affluence. And what we have come to realize is that cost was not a significant element in the equation. She had enough money to buy it without causing any financial damage to the royal accounts. From time to time, individuals have suggested that a DNA test has the potential to definitively establish Harry's true biological father. I believe that it is likely that they have already taken the necessary steps, so we shouldn't make any assumptions in that regard. The Queen would not have authorized the organization of DNA tests, followed by the public disclosure of the results. No, certainly not. She might have considered this information unnecessary for the public to be aware of. It appears that, astonishingly, James Hewitt's own father was convinced that James Hewitt was the father of Harry. Similarly, the assertion can be made regarding Meghan Markle's mistreatment of palace employees. According to Jason Knopf, the ex-royal aide, it was the most severe instance of bullying he had ever seen. The allegations prompted the Queen to finance an impartial inquiry. Upon witnessing the outcome, she must have been filled with sheer horror. Without hesitation, she transformed into a queenly figure. She made the wise choice of keeping those results hidden from the public eye. Furthermore, the situation was worsened when courtiers conveyed a strong message to the late Queen that any aggressive behavior displayed by a member of the royal family would cause the monarchy to crumble. The individuals who experienced bullying were compensated and required to sign a non-disclosure agreement, which restricted them from discussing their entire difficult experience with the media. The payment for them, although definite, did not come from Meghan Markle. She lacked the funds required for that. Many individuals were not particularly impressed with all of that. Upon receiving news of the investigation's undisclosed findings, Meghan expressed her satisfaction by stating, "I am glad to hear this. There was evidence demonstrating that I did not harass anybody." Upon hearing this, the Queen refrained from confronting Meghan. Instead, she chose to keep her composure and refrain from speaking. In essence, it appeared that Meghan had successfully evaded any consequences. In Australia, during Harry and Meghan's visit, there were media reports discussing an incident where Meghan allegedly splashed a cup of hot tea towards an employee at Admiralty House. Meghan had high hopes of having exclusive use of the entire Admiralty House during their tour. However, they merely provided her with a portion or section of the whole. Additionally, it appears that compensation was also given to the woman who had hot tea thrown at her. Certainly not by Meghan, but written by the deceased Queen herself. The approximate estimation for that number stood at $250,000. The deceased Queen was familiar with utilizing the substantial royal funds, yet her financial capability rendered the significance of it inconsequential. After allegations of sexual assault were made against Prince Andrew by Virginia Giuffre, the Queen intervened by offering financial compensation whose exact amount remains undisclosed. Later, an approximate value of £20 million was determined, as she utilized this sum to resolve the legal matter involving her beloved son. It is rather strange that Andrew claimed he never even encountered Virginia Giuffre, despite the fact that he had provided her with a substantial amount of money. I believe there might be an issue with that. Yet another intriguing development that has recently been resolved involves a sixth matter. Andrew was able to sell a Swiss chalet thanks to his association with a French socialite, which helped him overcome a debt of £6 million in 2014. Isabelle Deroux, a 74-year-old, reportedly sold the property to Prince Andrew for £18 million. Reflecting on the sale, she confidently stated that the conflict had ultimately come to an end. He has made a payment. I am curious about the identity of the sixth person. £6 million. It is highly likely that MI6 thoroughly investigated Meghan prior to her marriage with Harry. Naturally, thorough investigations were conducted on her close relatives, co-workers, and acquaintances as well. This behavior is merely customary protocol for the royal family. MI6 could have conducted an investigation into allegations regarding her questionable videos and engagements on yachts. I am curious about the late Queen's perspective on Meghan Markle's controversial past. Given that the Queen had a team of advisors, it is intriguing to consider her thoughts on the matter. She had an insatiable appetite for reading and was well aware of the prevailing public opinion on Meghan's use of surrogates. The Queen was inundated with numerous requests from individuals urging her to disclose information about Meghan Markle. However, regardless of any suspicions we may have, the Queen was well aware of the situation. She was well aware of the reality. According to reports, none of the members of the royal family have had the opportunity to meet either Archie Fiscal or Elizabeth. I believe we can confidently disregard Harry's assertion that the deceased Queen was joyfully interacting with archofficial on the carpet in Windsor Castle. This notion is completely irrational and has never occurred. It is quite puzzling that the media refrains from linking the concept of surrogacy with Meghan Markle, making it somewhat of an enigma. However, it remains a perplexing question as to why Meghan is opting not to take legal action against those who write about her fabricated pregnancies. Perhaps it was a mistake for the family to safeguard Harry's belongings. If he had been properly handled, it might have prevented the late Queen from facing such a predicament. Most of the unfortunate events in Harry's life could have been avoided. Harry, in truth, has never had to confront the repercussions of his actions. Regrettably, it seems that Charles is mimicking his mother in safeguarding the family, much to the disappointment of the public. His top priority is prioritizing the future wealth and privilege of his family above everything else. The public, naturally, desires explanations and openness. However, it is likely that we will need to wait for William's ascension to the throne to uncover the genuine facts. As the children continue to age, greater attention will be directed towards the younger members of the royal family, such as George, Charlotte, and Louis. It appears that Harry and Meghan may not fully grasp the fact that their time in the media spotlight is short-lived and they have already reached the end of their relevance. In other words, they are too complaining, entitled individuals in their midlife stage who label themselves as victims. They lack charisma, making them unappealing to others. No one is concerned, and their indifference will only increase over time. Regarding the matter of Harry's father, in my opinion, James Hewitt's father accurately perceived that his son's association with Diana made him a subject of ridicule. I don't know if Charles III is Harry's biological father, but ultimately, it appears inconsequential. It is understandable that the royal family chooses not to disclose family matters, as it prevents us from gaining full clarity on the truth. We are aware that Prince Charles reportedly made numerous jokes concerning this notion. Ultimately, it is crucial to bear in mind that despite their public personas. And you know what, I truly long for the formidable power of the Queen. Following Philip's demise, he served as her rock, her beloved, and her provider of joy. I comprehend that she may have felt it was the right moment for her to depart and reunite with him. Our video is up to here. Kindly share your thoughts in the comments section. As usual, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might find it interesting. And before you leave, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button to stay updated with all the latest content from the Princess Diana News channel. Thanks for joining us, have a wonderful day, and I'll be returning soon in upcoming videos.